The lock on Olaf's cabin was a little tricky. Who or what was he trying to keep out? The cabin seems untouched. I must be the first person here in years. Apparently, Olaf Welhaven had an interest in astronomy. There's got to be something in his journals or equipment that gives a clue to his disappearance. Olaf seems to have been particularly interested in lunar eclipses. There's got to be a connection between the eclipses. Olaf Welhaven kept a record of the time and date of every penumbral eclipse for years. Why was he so interested in lunar eclipses? This looks like some kind of mathematical formula? It's no good. There's just not enough information here to solve this one yet. How could one man possibly need this many socks? Looks like Olaf was a fan of Galileo. It's focused on the moon, just like Olaf was. I wonder if Olaf moved to the wilderness to better see the stars. Aha! But why would an astronomer come to Scoggins to do his research? This is odd. Why would an astronomer be studying psychology? That's it! But what does this have to do with his other research?
And a cucumber sandwich. Also, I've reached a remarkable breakthrough. A direct link between the phases of the moon and the disorders of the human mind. But seriously about that sandwich. Yes, so simple. All of the moon's complex energies, electrical energy, in the brain and the lunatic, all interrelated. And all reduced to one beautiful, elegant formula. Thank you, all of you. A song in celebration. La 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 la. Received the letter today. Imagine, the greatest finding in the history of astral psychology, and they claim my research has no scientific merit. But their loss. If NASA ignores my work, perhaps a private investor.
NASA? If Olaf Welhaven's journal is to be believed, he made an incredible discovery. He's mathematically solved lunacy. What could be causing this headache? Never mind. I've got to get back to Korkus and tell her what I've discovered. Korka, I was right. This is big.
Nelson? Did you find something at the lodge?
It's much bigger than the cult. Bjorn led me to a cabin in the woods where a scientist was investigating something to do with space.
Really?
I think it's part of some government cover-up.
Ooh, a cover-up?
Hidden recordings. He'd found something out there.
Yes, yes.
But after he reported it, he disappeared. And they tried to take me off the case. This could go all the way to the top. The CIA, the NSA, the Trilateral Commission.
Oh my.
Now I've got proof. I was starting to think I was losing my mind, that no one believed me.
I believe you, Nelson. I think you're ready to see this.
Huh?
Good men like Haldur got too close. They started to find out too much. NSA and the Freemasons had to take them. Shut them up! You can hear it if you know how to listen. CIA curiosity suppression rays. Sounds like whispers in the forest.
But the astronaut.
Astronauts? Charlatans. Don't be so naive, Nelson. Everybody knows Kennedy faked the space race to distract the world from a real breakthrough. The Kitimat incident. The first viable Bigfoot-human hybrid.
Well, I gotta go. Not sure what to believe anymore. Could I be going as crazy as Korka? Maybe these hidden people really are just a product of my imagination. The only sane person I've spoken to is Dr. Verstecht at the campground. Maybe I should talk to him. Dr. Verstecht?
Alfred, how can I help you, Agent Tethers?
Have you ever met a local scientist named Olav Velhaven?
Once, many years ago. Strange man. Completely obsessed with some mathematical formula to cure psychological disorders.
I think he may have found that formula.
Did he? Well, good for him.
You've been in these woods for a while. Have you ever seen any astronauts?
No, but I have seen the occasional scuba diver stuck in the treetops.
Really?
Of course not. That's an urban legend.
What would you say if someone believed he'd actually seen the hidden people?
I'd say that believing in the hidden people is absolutely crazy. But then, everything we believe in is crazy, from mathematics to democracy.
So, the hidden people don't exist?
Oh, I never said that. The hidden people most definitely exist. There have been appearances for years, all around town. It's almost as if they're trying to get somewhere, but they're being blocked. I've been able to pinpoint scattered locations of sightings, but I can't find a pattern to them. Here, take a look. Impressive.
But I still don't see... Wait a second. This is a list of the dates of penumbral eclipses.
Each one corresponds exactly to the emergences of the hidden people. Amazing. Give me a moment. There were just random appearances before, but now that I have a sequence, I can triangulate the exact position of the hidden people's home. We have to go, right away.
Now?
Right now, while the moon lights our way. Off we go. It must be nearby, Agent Tethers. We just have to follow the map. Do you hear that?
Hear what? Alfred? Where did he go? Hello?
Nelson, I thought you'd never pick up.
Jim?
I was listening to the Scoggins tapes that you left and found something.
Tapes? Jim, listen. Whatever you do, don't log the tape I sent you. Something massive is going on in Scoggins. Geez, I mentioned the Hermes 2 and astronauts. If the director hears about any of this, it'll cause chaos in all the divisions. You can't let him know what's on that tape. Jim?
Yeah, I gotta go.
I'm actually kind of curious about that hot dish I've been hearing about.
Oh, sorry, Agent Tethers. We really are out of the hot dish for real, I'm afraid. It's been a bad winter for moose meat, and the man who usually delivers the cilantro has gone mysteriously missing.
So long, Mrs. Garrett.
You stay safe out there.
Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Director Jennings?
Good work, Tethers. Seems like you found something pretty important to these boys.
But
They'll take it from here.
But...
Enjoy yourself, Tethers. You're on vacation, for Pete's sake. Go skiing. Shoot a bear. As for me, I'm headed to that Moose Ear Diner. I hear they blend up one damn fine milkshake. Why don't you come along?
if nothing else, maybe I can convince Director Jennings to listen to me at the diner. I've got to get to the bottom of all this before these agents cover everything up. I'd better check around town to see who, if anybody, is still on my side.
Mr. Anderson, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Anderson.
Are your friends gonna be in town for long?
My friends? You mean the special agents? I'm not sure, actually. They're not with me.
Well, I just hate to think that letting one man sleep in your hotel when he's got no place to stay is an invitation for dozens of strange people to be stomping all over town scaring everyone.
I'd bet they won't be here for long. So long, Mrs. Garrett.
Mr. Anderson. 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 Mr. Anderson.
Oh, hello, Agent Tethers.
Are these men giving you any trouble, Korka?
Don't be absurd. He's very interested in hearing about what I've found.
Even Bigfoot?
Situation's under control, sir. Be on your way.
Are you sure you don't...
Situation's under control, sir. Be on your way.
Yes, please.
We've had our eye on you for some time now, Mr. Anderson.
Ah, Agent Tethers. I'm glad to see you made it out safely.
What happened last night?
Well, I must apologize about that. Followed a noise in the woods and got myself good and lost.
You didn't run into any astronauts.
Astronauts? No, I'm sure I would have remembered that.
Mr. Anderson.
Have you seen anything unusual out here?
We've got everything under control here.
Sheriff Bog, has there been trouble at the lodge?
No, Tethers. I'm just explaining our community's customs to your government friends. I'm sure you'll all soon be on your way.
I hope these agents aren't causing you any trouble, Sheriff Bog. I know how you hate to be bothered.
We're consulting with local law enforcement as a courtesy, Agent Tethers. We'll take everything we need and then be on our way.
See, Tethers? Courtesy. Some people understand the proper chain of command.
Sheriff, has anyone reported any sightings of, astronauts out in the forest?
Astronauts? You've been poking around in the woods too long. Some city types can't handle it. Makes them crazy, start to see things.
I noticed all those reports are still filed as missing persons. Has anyone ever found any bodies?
Bodies? Tether, are you suggesting we have a murderer in Scoggins?
Maybe two, from space.
Maybe you should finish your vacation somewhere else, Agent Tethers. Somewhere not here.
Don't you find it a little strange that Bjorn and Edvard are the only two surviving members of the Brotherhood of Scoggins?
I heard Skjoldar went missing, and the investigation is ongoing. Are you suggesting I'm not doing my job, Agent Tether?
Well,
the Brotherhood is very close to nature. They like being out in the woods. I'm sure he'll turn up.
strange things are going on, Sheriff. And I'm still not entirely convinced the cult isn't involved.
We've got the situation under control, Tethers.
Ditto.
Excuse me? Were you ever able to find Skjoldar in the woods?
No. He lives with the hidden people now.
Are you sure he's still alive? I think there are dangerous people in the forest.
No, it is too terrible. We can only hope he has found peace with the hidden people.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Roger. Trees? Strange odors?
Nope.
I'll just leave you guys to it then.
Mr. Anderson.
If you can think of anything else, it's important you tell me.
I'm sorry, Agent Tethers. I've told you everything I know.
Director Jennings,